are just a few hours away from the Arena Games Paratriathlon in London, and I am here with Paralympic champion Lauren Steadman, and you've actually raced here before, you've done this event. Can you tell us a bit more about it and what it was like and all the different categories that are involved?
I can indeed. All I can say first is that it is gross. It is the hottest, sweatiest box you could race in. I remember being in the pool thinking this is nice and cool, but then you get out and you get on these machines, which are super cool as well because you feel the cobbles as you're going over them. Never had that before. But no, it's really great. You get super hot on the bike. I think they've got 10K on the bike. They've got a 300 swim, a 10K bike, and I think a 2K run. But by the time you've got onto the treadmill, you are boiling hot, super, super sweaty. But it does
hot now, so.
I know, we're sweating just walking. But no, we've got some cool categories. We've got 2 waves going with 4 different categories happening within each wave. So 4 individual races, ranging from our blind athletes, so PTVIs are racing. We've got categories 2, 4, and 5, which is all physical impairments. I am classed as a 5, least impaired. So a 2 would have more severe physical disability than me. So there's some good races going on within that. We've also got some incredible athletes racing today. We've got current world champion Grace Norman. She is racing from USA. Then we also have Commonwealth athletes. We have Oscar Kelly, who he got a puncher but still came 5th at the Commonwealths. And then we have the McComb sisters who are racing each other today. So we've got some great lineup there, but we've also got young, new, up and coming, which is great for paratriathlon. Arena Games is giving them the platform to try out what international racing is like. I mean, it's a little hot and stuffy in here, but they've got to start somewhere. I think the atmosphere is going to be incredible. It is the legacy of London 2012. I raced here. I know what it's like to come out as a British athlete and hear the roar go up. So I think we've got just over 2,000 people coming in later. So they're going to create the most incredible atmosphere. It's going to get the athletes pumping and ready to go. It's going to get hot, it's going to get sweaty, but it's going to be so much fire and energy in the room. It's going to be incredible.
Hi, my name is Grace Norman. I am PTS 5 Women. I flew in from the United States. I'm here in London to race Super League for the para division. I am super excited to race here. I've never done Super League before, so this is my first time. Very excited to race in front of London crowds and give it a go. Yeah, so PTS 5 is on a scale is 6 categories. So it goes from most impaired to most functioning, I guess. And so the 5 is closest to the most functioning. It's a step below our visually impaired athletes. Okay. So we're going to be the most able, the people with the least effect from their disabilities.
Right. And so it can be a whole different range of disabilities.
Yeah, so you'll see, normally you'll see people with most of their limbs or missing below their elbow. For me, I'm a below the knee amputee, but most of the people you'll see racing in general are 4s who are below the knee amputee. I'm the only below the knee amputee in the world classed as a 5. I don't know why. I think there's just some speed factors in there as far as just the competition level. But yeah, I don't complain. I like the competition, and so I'll be racing women with either all of their limbs or missing below elbow.
Okay. And who determines what category you're in?
You have to go through a whole process of categorization. So it's with like documentation of your disability. You have to go through muscle testing. They watch you on the course and they track you how your muscle functions and your strengths and stuff like that. So it's a long process, but they do the best they can.
How's your training changed for Arena Games?
Well, where I live, it's been a little cold. It's similar weather to here, so I don't do a ton of outdoor stuff, but I have chosen to do more indoor training instead of bundling up because I never ran on a self-propelled treadmill or curved treadmill. That was terrifying to begin with. But now I think I kind of got it. And then just more biking on Zwift and indoors, and then swimming. I most of the time only swim in the pool anyways. So bringing a little bit of speed into the early season training just to make sure I don't pull anything. But yeah, just kind of more indoor focus and getting used to the elements a bit more.
And what is your usual distance that you race?
Sprint distance.
Okay, so short is...
Yeah, it's already short, but this is extra short.
Yeah.
So I'm just there supporting him getting out the pool around the corners, and then you can't see the treadmill or like you can't see Zwift, so I'll basically be describing the race to him. So basically keep encouraging him, maybe tell him he's slacking, and yeah, basically just there to support.
When we're racing together, we don't really speak, but I reckon he's just going to be yelling at me today. Just
because I'm not doing
telling me to actually put some work in for once. This is Storm. He's my guide dog. And for domestic races, he'll come along and have a little watch. Unfortunately, doesn't get involved in racing. No, it's probably a good thing, to be fair. It probably outswim me if I'm not careful. Yeah, we'll try and keep him out the pool today. So I'm in Loughborough training squad. Charlie's over in Nottingham, so we're not too far. It's about 20 miles. So it's Charlie will come over for a day a week or something, do a bit of training where it works for him. Yeah, just really what ends up working. Charlie's full time really as well, so you know he's got a lot to balance. So sort of do our own thing and come together for racing a long time.
So we don't really need to spend too long together to like actually feel like we're clicking. So usually like a week before a big race we'll spend a bit more time together, and then on the race we'll be fine.
I'm taking part. I was PTS3, and I've only been in triathlon since last year, so I've just been taking every opportunity that's coming my way, and they said come to the opportunity to come to the Super League, so I was like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nice. What were you doing before triathlon?
Paracycling, and before I was diagnosed I was a rower, so I've got MS. So yeah, just triathlon's been very exciting so far. Coming to amazing venues, and you come down here to Olympic Park and get swim in the Olympic swim pool. It's incredible.
But I don't like
in the arena on the format, the same format as you can see here later and this evening. Not the same format, but the same opportunity to be used.
First athlete out of the water and into transition. Wallace is up front on the PTS3 men's race.
Less up in transition is going to be really costly to you, and especially in this type of racing, because you can't afford to lose any time. You've got to get into those shoes as quick as possible, and that's exactly what these athletes are doing here right now, because they've only got 10 kilometres on the bike and their heads are down, working on the Zwift platform here in the virtual world. And as we can see on the screen, we've got Massive Vineyard really putting her head down there, but you can see the grimace on the face. You can see she's really working hard, really taking that opportunity to get that gap on her nearest competitor.
Gianluca Valorio of Italy is just out of the water, leading the men's PTS2 race. Okay, you're moving. He's in the red suit. And as the athletes start to make their way out and over onto the bikes.
It's a lot longer and it's still a lot more taxing on the body.
12 seconds ahead.
But if you look at the watch of each athlete, so you can see from the power, they're pushing fairly quickly.
That has been, since they hopped onto the bike, it's now a second between Tom Williams, that is the avatar of the athlete in yellow that you can see. And that is your leaders in each of the 4 categories. So Oscar Kelly leading PTV men's race.
Let's stay on the bike as I possibly can. Power through those pedals. Keep the watch. Look, she's looking very, very slick there as she's putting her shoes on. Fantastic. Taking a little bit of water over the head. Good call there for Chloe, because I'll tell you what, it's hot. Brilliant. She knows it, she can feel it. And she's got that treadmill up and
Okay, you're 15 kilometers now. Easy, easy.
Well done,
16,
Chloe.
easy.
And
Leading the way is Chloe as she puts her shoes on and she's on to the treadmill. You have to get a proper push to get those treadmills going. So Ronan Guerrero into the lead, and that gap is opening on John Williamson. This is a brilliant run.
right now, not too far to go now. We're here hard at the halfway now.
Go, go, go! Keep on, keep on, keep on!
Steve taking it back. Fantastic race. Absolutely fantastic. In the finishing F5 length.
Guerrero has done a steps on the treadmill. Huge congratulations to Ronan Guerrero. Give him a big cheer in London. What a character. And a brilliant run for the Brazilian. A brilliant win for Grace Norman of the USA. She wins the PTS5 women's category. Grace Norman. Who will be the winner of the PTS3 men's race? Jackie, it will be her sister who finishes next. We are eyes on though with Gianluca Valori in the PTS3 men's race. Get behind him. He's just moments away from finishing now. He's done all the hard work.
Kiri was absolutely fantastic.
Big smile on his face as he steps off. Get behind Colin Woods. He is the champion in the PTS3 men's race. What a brilliant effort for the athlete in the white who steps off. He has given it his everything.
Yeah. If not more.
Well, the next race.
These two incredible girls, Chloe and
So hard, so short, but so hard. Yeah.
How was your race?
Primeiramente, muito obrigado pelo convite. A prova é incrível. Como eu venho da natação, eu creio que tinha uma vantagem imensa na natação por conta das viradas. E a bicicleta eu treino muito em rolo porque a minha cidade é muito frio. E eu acho que é por isso que essa prova eu consegui fazer o tempo mais rápido.
No, well, congratulations. It looked really, really tough and really hot.
Thank you.
Emily, how was your race?
Good. It's for me a start in triathlon.
Yes.
Because I'm a mum since 1 year ago, and it's very hard for me to competing in good level. It's very hard.
So
And today was really hot.
Yeah, really, really hot.
She's like, it was really.
In France, since a few months, they are very cold in my house, and here very, very hot.
Well done. It was a great day.
I was a bit sick of it, so there's actually
Here to see Colin Grabinski supporting friends, supporting my baby. She's amazing, and she deserves all the love and the support. And yeah, go Colin!
Wow, what an incredible 2 races we just had. The first wave, we saw both of the McComb sisters battling head to head. They did an incredible race, and there was definitely some intense, fast-paced racing in wave 2. We've just seen that Grace Norman stormed ahead by nearly 2-3 minutes to take the win. I really enjoyed the PTS5 men's race where the whole way Tom was leading, and then all of a sudden the Brazilian Cordeiro came through and he took it on the run. We also saw Oscar Kelly holding on just, but then he got pipped at the post, but he nearly had the title there. So some great racing across everybody, and I think it just highlights the standard and the level that paratriathlon's at, and the fact that it's here in London at the Olympic Aquatic Centre is absolutely fantastic, and there's so much more to come.